The main reason I'm even talking about this article is that it's so significant of Western mentality nowadays. When someone has an inconvenience, it is not on to them to fix the inconvenience. No, the entire society has to realign in order to fit the individual's needs. So, in this particular case, we're talking about a woman which is a little bit rotund, and instead of trying to lose weight, she wants the entire airline company to change the seating on the planes. Can you imagine just how much that would cost? But not only that, she then goes on and says that people like you and me would have to pay extra, and she's okay with that. So, like this is so bizarre, right? Like, she's basically saying that an airline should even provide 3 seats if needed, like if the person is a little bit overweight, right? So she can't lose weight, but like she expects the entire industry to change, and she's not going to fit the bill, obviously. Now she mentions that when someone points out that it's selfish for her to only have 1 seat and she should have to pay for two, she says, well, I do pay for two. And then other people come up and say, oh, well, it's selfish because you take the seat away from another passenger. First of all, I do not think that anyone says that, and if they do, then it's on them. If a person has money to buy the entire fucking airplane, I don't care. And if anyone complains, that's their problem. Right? Like, she has the right to buy as many seats as she wants. And I genuinely do not think that this is a conversation that even happens. Like, I've never heard someone go to someone else, well, I bought 2 seats, and that person is like, oh, well, you're selfish. I mean, I even have a friend that's a musician, and he has one of those instruments, what do you call it, like cello, whatever. It's a massive musical instrument, and he doesn't want it to go to the luggage because he's afraid it would be damaged. So he literally buys 1 seat and puts that thing next to him so he can see it. It's his right. Like, if anyone would come up to him and say, hey, you're being a little bit inconsiderate towards other passengers, he would probably tell them to fuck off. But anyway, right, so this lady, this plus-size influencer, demands that airlines give fat flyers as many as 3 seats if they need to spread themselves out. A plus-size influencer has demanded that the Federal Aviation Authority and airlines gave overweight flyers as many free seats as it's possible to fly comfortably. Why don't you demand the government to investigate what the fuck is happening in the United States? Like, we do not have this problem here in Eastern Europe. And we're not starving either. So clearly there must be something that's going on with your food. I don't know what it is. I'm not an expert. But if you require 3 airplane seats to fly, I assume you're going to have a lot of health issues that are going to be important. And you think that there's a lot of other people in your country that require the same accommodation, then maybe your government should look into what is going on because it's a major health issue. Now, when I wanted to lose weight, and I actually did, it happened when I went up a flight of stairs, and I felt that I was breathing heavily. And I thought, oh, well, this is not good, right? Now, at the time I was married, already had a beautiful wife, I didn't really care about how I looked, but I did care about my health. And I decided, well, if I keep gaining weight, eventually I'm going to end up in a hospital. So I decided to do something about it, and I lost weight. I didn't cry to society. I didn't say, well, maybe they should install an elevator in this, or maybe there should be a person to carry me up the flight of stairs. No. Right? It was my problem. I fixed it. It wasn't society to be blamed. And if I was to somehow manage to pressure activists to have like a person that's hired to carry me up the stairs like the king that I am, it wouldn't fix my health issues. Right? So This whole thing, when you see like a person that requires 3 seats in an airplane, that doesn't happen overnight. Like, you don't just wake up one night and you're like, oh shit, And if you don't take any measures to fix it, you're going to end up requiring 4 seats in an airplane. And then you're probably going to end up requiring transportation every time you want to move. Like, imagine life being just stuck because your body is so heavy that you can't move. And what's interesting is that this entire ideology, is telling people that, no, that's a good thing. That is great. Like, that is perfect. They end up like those cartoon characters on WALL-E. Why not? I mean, I think that is more harmful than anything. right? And then at least in the United States, you don't have public health care, because I would be livid if I understood that, oh, so from the taxes that I'm paying, instead of going to a child with leukemia, or instead of going to someone that suffered a car crash, or, like someone that didn't have any way of avoiding what's coming to them, no, I have to pay to someone that is being inconsiderate about their own health, right? So I need to take care of my health, because I'm thinking, well, if I end up in a hospital, I won't have money to pay. But other people who aren't can take from my taxpayer money, so that, that actually happens here in Eastern Europe, but it's not with obesity. It's more with alcoholism, and it pisses doctors off a lot. They sit around an operating table to fix someone's liver, and then they go home and start drinking again, and it's very annoying when it happens, because you're thinking like, well, the liver transplants are limited. Like, it could have gotten to a person that doesn't drink. But anyway, right, like, that's neither here nor there. I know, like, Eastern European cynicism, horrible. No, of course, we shouldn't think like that. Well, look, when you're in a more poor country and the resources are limited, you start to think a little bit more cynical and pragmatic. But anyway, she goes on and she says that as a plus-size traveler, her partner and I has unfortunately experienced discrimination and discomfort while flying. By the way, if you're going to have 3 seats on an airplane, like she's claiming here, where is your partner going to sit? So she made a petition which is signed around 4,300 people. Well, in a country with with 350 million, that's almost nothing. All plus-size passengers should be provided with an extra seat. Why though? Or even 2 or 3. Right. Why not 4? Why not the entire airplane at this point if you're just going to keep adding? Turning her attention to, why is she having, like, she's in an airplane. Why is she having a breathing apparatus? Like, I understand this is for COVID. Like, what's going on here? Like, why is she? Again, I would say that the airplane company is the least of her worries. Turning her attention to reimbursement, she said that airlines should offer a refund for plus-size passengers who purchase additional seats independently. This should be a straightforward process that can be accessed online. Yeah, like literally, the entire world needs to accommodate me. Me. The thing is, like, if every single person in the United States was her body size, then yeah, they would probably even build planes bigger. They may bring back the Zeppelins. But, like, when you are trying to fit the masses, and by the masses, I do not mean fat. I mean, like, the general population, right? You're looking at the average. If you want what you want, then get a private jet. If you get a private jet, you can have a bed in it. They don't really care, right? Or, if you don't have money to get a private jet, since you're so into politics, become the president of the US. And then you get to fly with Air Force One, and they can make accommodations there. I think, like, they actually do have a bed in Air Force One. Right? Like this is what's interesting. It's kind of like when you buy furniture. You can buy furniture that's already made, and that one is what they think it's for the general population. Or you can create your custom furniture, but that's more expensive. And it's the same with buying clothes, right? Like a lot of individuals, I heard a lot of activists are complaining, well, I can't find the clothes, the size that I want. Go to a tailor then. You go to a tailor and they will make custom made for you, and they'll make it absolutely sure that it looks good on whatever body size you have, right? But that's the thing they don't understand. They don't understand the economics. It's how it works. When you create something for the general population, it's cheaper because you're mass producing it. You don't have to make everything by hand. But when you're making something custom, well, it's a lot more effort, so you're paying them for their time. But of course, she doesn't want to pay the airplane company for this. She wants you to pay it for her. Cheney admits that price tickets would have to rise if she were to have her way, and concedes that non-overweight passengers could be faced with higher ticket prices. During a flight from Paso to Denver, my fiance was subjected to hateful comments, disapproving looks, and even refusal to sit next to them. Well, that is this thing with like disapproval looks and people being mean. But you're not being mean, but at the same time you're trying to hurt people's pockets, right? I would rather have someone be mean to me and be insulting than to hurt my pocket. I'm just saying, like, what you're doing is like way and above being mean. I would rather you just insult me, like call me a slur. Seriously, call me a slur than to tell me that I have to pay more for my airplane tickets. In videos posted on her Instagram, she widely documented her struggles, flying from showing her and her boyfriend being tightly packed into seats, showing what some passengers have said to her, including asking if she brought 2 seats. Okay, well, again, it's not about her, really. It's the mindset, right? And this is a mindset of the type that I'm talking about, but taken to the extreme, where you have some, right? So complete inconsideration towards others, complete demand that society rearranges to fit one person's needs, and complete disconsideration if other people have to pay more or struggle for that rearrangement to occur. Like that is literally the progressive mindset. I don't know what else to say. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. And if you like this video, do consider giving a super thanks.